What's up, YouTube? We are going to be predicting some NFL games today. Or not NFL games, I guess NFL predictions for the season. The season starts tomorrow, and we are going to be going division by division and just seeing who's going to be the best of each division, ranking each team in each division. I'm going to do predictions for week one, and then I'm going to just rank the teams 1 to 32, I think. So, yeah. Are you doing a tier list, but it has the records? So I'm gonna do a tier list. I'm not gonna put I'm gonna say the records. I'm okay. And listen, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I am not gonna go through and make sure the math works for all the records to work out as good as they are. I'm not gonna go through like every team's schedule and put like win loss and all that. I'm just gonna throw out numbers that add up to 17. However that shakes out, if it's mathematically possible, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw some numbers out. And we're just gonna go division by division. Hold up. Let's do a little bit of this. Okay, hold on, wait for it. Oops. Games list. Boom! There it is. Okay. You see that? You see that? We're good? You can see that? You should have watched Tim the Tatman's video in NFL predictions to see how he did it. Oh, I don't need that. I don't need reference. This is all off the dome, baby. I know what I'm doing here. We're gonna start off with the AFC North, okay? That's my division. Our division, I guess. So I'm a Steelers fan, Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and so the AFC North is a bloodbath every single year. It's always a bloodbath. I feel like all the teams go 3-3 on each other. It's just who knows when they play each other, anything could happen. All right, but I think it's a pretty general consensus. The Baltimore Ravens are going to be the best team in the division. That is just a given. They are great. Lamar Jackson's going to have a great year. They might make it to the Super Bowl. They have one of the better rosters in the NFL. I think they're going to go 13-4 as their record. That would be my guess. I think they even trended up from last year. I think they're an even better team than last year. The only reason why I say 4 losses is because I feel like the AFC North is a bloodbath. Like, they're going to lose to the Steelers at least one of the games. They're going to lose to the Browns at least one of the games, and then they'll probably lose to like the Chiefs at some point too. So like that, they're not going to lose to very many teams, but they're going to have like a shitty record within the division. So they're going to be the top. Now the number 2 spot, I don't know how crazy I want to get. We might get crazy right off the bat. I'm going to put the Steelers as the second best team. Now don't get me wrong, they might not make the playoffs. Okay? I don't know what the hell the Steelers are going to be doing this year. So Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback. I feel like he's going to blow out both of his knees by like week 6. Mason Rudolph is going to win a couple games. Then we have a tough back end of the schedule, and we are just going to shit the bed. And I think this year has the potential for the Mike Tomlin losing season, never having a losing season, to definitely end. I feel like this has very strong contention because – don't get me wrong, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to play good. I think we're going to hit the ground running. I think we're going to go like 4-1, maybe 3-2 in our first 5 games. But then I feel like the wheels are going to fall off. Everyone's going to get pissy. Aaron Rodgers is going to like throw a hissy fit, and we could lose a lot of games. We could go like 8-9. I think officially I'm going to go with 9-8. I feel like that's safe for the Steelers. That's what they always do. So, but I'm going to put them crazy. I think they're going to go second in the division, maybe slide into a wild card spot. Like they could go 10-7, but we're going to go with 9-8. And then we're going to put the Bengals at third. That we're getting crazy right off the rip, okay? So I think the Bengals, they're all offense. That's all they are. They're going to get into shootouts every single week. And if Joe Burrow gets hurt, they're fucked. They are so screwed. They aren't going to be able to recover. They're going to get off to a slow start like they do every year. They're probably going to be like 0-2, 0-3 off the beginning of the year. They're going to have to dig themselves out of a hole. And then Joe Burrow is going to get hurt for a couple games, maybe an extended period, and then they're screwed. They're all offense, and if the wheels fall off there, if Jamar Chase gets hurt, if T. Higgins gets hurt, then they're screwed. So I think I'm going to be crazy here. I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to finish third in the division and miss the playoffs again. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. And if I have the Steelers going 9-8, then I'm gonna go ahead and put the Bengals at 8-9. We'll say 8-9 for the Bengals. All right, here. Let me catch up. Here. Uh, Excuse you, Zach. I want Josh's opinion, not the tit the tats opinions. Ravens are intelligent and they can be trained to bring you shiny things. Just bedazzle the ball. Yeah, the Ravens they'll be highly trained birds. I mean, Bengals might take it. Felines are actually really OP in nature. They're big cats. They're big scary cats. And then to round out the division, we got the Browns. The Browns are a shit show. Joe Flacco's their starting quarterback. Kenny Pickett got traded to the Oakland Raiders for a bag of balls. They have Shedeur Sanders and what's the other dude's name? Dylan Gabriel, I think. They who knows what's going on over there. They're going to go 3-14. Kevin Stefanski is going to get fired mid-season, and it won't be his fault because he didn't even want to pick Shedeur Sanders. They still got Deshaun Watson on the books, and he's out all season again. Worst trade ever. It's the Browns. They're going to go 3-14. Let's just, and those 3 wins are going to be against everyone in the division. They're going to inexplicably go 3-3 in the division, and that'll be the only wins that they ever have. So there you go. That's the AFC North. Now, next up, we got the AFC South. I think this is a foregone conclusion here as well. I think the Texans, they're going to win the division pretty handily. The other 3 teams are terrible, just terrible. CJ Stroud is going to do better than last year as long as all of his wide receivers don't explode like they did last year. I think they'll be all right. They're going to win the division, probably 10-7 record. I don't have much to say. They're not going to be anything dazzling. Like, I don't think they're going to be super exciting and like go 15-2 or anything like that. I think they're just going to be a solid team, win the division pretty handily, go into the playoffs, lose in either the wild card round or the divisional round. So that's my guess there for them. Then it's really a toss up here. The Colts are a mess. I don't believe in the Jaguars whatsoever. The Titans are a mess. I don't really give a shit about the rest of these teams. Let's go ahead and say the Colts, number 2. I think they might put some things together if Danny Jones or Anthony Richardson put some stuff together. But I don't know. Like, I feel like they have a better roster, and the one thing that is holding them back is a quarterback. And it's sad that Danny Jones won the quarterback off. And, it sucks. It sucks. They're going to be in better luck next year, Indianapolis. Better luck next year. Although I could see them doing something crazy and like ending up in a wild card spot. I'm going to say they're going to go 8-9. They're going to win some surprising games for no reason and then keep it moving. Then I guess we'll go the Jags. I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence, like, at all. I don't think he's proven himself whatsoever. He'll, like, put together a string of good games and then just, like, nosedive again. So, I don't know. I just don't believe in them. Doug Peterson got fired last year. They got, I don't even know. He was the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers last year. Now he's their coach. So, I don't know. I don't think they're going to put it together. The Duval guy. I don't think they're going to put it together this year. I just don't think T-Law's... I don't know. I just don't think he's going to put it together. Like, I wasn't last year like, oh, man, he's finally turning the corner, like, before he got concussed. Like, in fact, I think he went the other way. I was like, oh, he's falling apart. And I don't think this is going to be the year that he puts it together. So, let's go... 6-11. We're going to say 6-11 for the Jags. Then we'll put the Titans down here. Cam Ward is the big question mark, number 1 pick overall. Who knows how well he's going to do. I feel like even if he does well, the team around him isn't that good. They overpaid their one offensive lineman who was from the Steelers last year. Like, they paid him a boatload of money even though he sucked. Like, he had one of the worst ratings for offensive linemen all year last year. So I don't think they're going to do very good. What did I just say for the Jaguars? 6-11. Let's go 5-12 for the Titans. I don't think they're going to be very good. Okay, and then we have the East. Again, super easy pick here. Bills are winning the division pretty handily. Um, yeah, Josh Allen's good. Last year, I predicted he would lose them a lot of games and have a lot of turnovers, and actually, he had like no turnovers last year, so I kind of ate my sock on that one. But he does like to play fast and loose. So who knows? I feel like he got lucky last year. I feel like he could very easily have a lot of turnovers again this year. But I mean, unless something cataclysmic happens or one of the other teams does super well in their division, the Bills are going to win it pretty handily. Let's say 11-6. We'll say 11-6 for them. Then I think we're going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots. I think Drake May's got some potential. I wasn't wowed last year, but I feel like they made a lot of good moves in the offseason. Like, they're really trying to build around him. And if he does decent, does serviceable, I think they could have a pretty decent year. I don't think they make the playoffs, but I think they trend in the right direction a little bit. You know, they start to build some momentum back up, and, you know, maybe next year they make the playoffs. But this year, I don't think so. Yeah. Let's say they go 8-9 as well. That sounds good. That sounds about right. Then we're going to go with the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins are going to put it together this year either. Tua is made of glass. I don't think he should even still be playing football. Like, I'm surprised he is still putting his brain and body on the line. Like, I have nothing but respect for him, but, like, I think he needs to start thinking about his brain. And he's not doing that. So I don't think they are going to do very well this year. There was already drama in the offseason with Tyreek Hill, and now he's apparently back in. I think Mike McDaniel's probably going to get fired either after this year or midseason if they don't do well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a tough year for the Dolphins. And I'm going to say what I say for the Patriots, 8-9. Dolphins, let's go 7-10. We'll go 7-10. I still think they can win some games against some worse teams, but they're not going to beat any of the like competitive teams at all. Then we got rounding it out. Oh, where are they? Are they even? Oh, they're there. We got the Jets. Justin Fields is their quarterback. If they can just shut down him running and make him actually play quarterback, make him actually throw the ball, I don't think things are going to go well. They have a good defense, but I don't think that's going to really carry them to a lot of wins. So I don't think the Jets are going to do super well this year. So I don't know. Just nothing about them like is threatening to me. I know they play the Steelers week 1, and like I think there was a chance the Steelers lose that game just because it's the Steelers. They're idiots. They find ways to lose against worse teams, and it's like a double revenge game with the quarterback flip that happened last year. But I just think the Jets are not going to do great. I'm going to go ahead and say 4-13. I just don't think they're going to be very good. And then we got the AFC West. So this is probably the most interesting division in the AFC, if I had to guess. There's a lot of question marks. I'm gonna go crazy here. I'm gonna make a very controversial pick. This is going to be very unexpected. Chiefs win the division again. They just do. They are the Chiefs. Andy Reid's a genius. I think Patty Mahomes is going to have a better year than he did last year, because last year they won a lot of close games, and that's where the whole devil magic thing started. And I just don't think they're going to have that many close wins. I think they've gotten better, which is kind of scary. And that's going to carry them to a lot more wins. Although, what did they go last year? Like 15-2? I don't think they're going to do that well. I think they're going to go, let's say 13-4. That seems like a very respectable record for them. And until proven otherwise, it's the Chiefs. The Chiefs is the Chiefs. They're just going to keep doing their thing. Then, man, we're going to go crazy here, actually. We got the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to finish second. Bo Nix had a great year last year. I think they're building around him again, too. They had some pretty big signings in the offseason where it's like players coming off, like impactful players from years previously that had injuries, and now they're coming back from injuries, so they're like kind of gambling to see if they're going to be as good as they were before that. So if they do well, like it's going to work out really well for them. But if they don't, then it's going to kind of fall apart. I think they're going to be pretty good, and I think Bo Nix is going to keep doing pretty good. So I could see them finishing second. I think they're going to make the playoffs again too. I'm going to go ahead and say 10-7 for them. I'm not remembering any of these numbers I'm throwing out. So as far as like playoff teams go, I think let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So there's still 2 more playoff teams up for grabs here. Next up, we got the Chargers. I think the Chargers are okay. Last year, their defense was really good. I don't know. It's the same thing with Trevor Lawrence as is with Justin Herbert. I just don't believe in them. Justin Herbert had a great year last year, phenomenal year last year, and then shit the bed in the playoffs, and that was all she wrote. So I don't. Oh, hold on here. Let me do a little bit of this. So I just don't believe in them. They could make the playoffs again in a wild card round, but like I don't think they're going to be as threatening as people make them out to be. Like last year, I was super high on them. I was like, oh man, they're doing great. They're going to like make a deep run in the playoffs, and then literally shit the bed in the playoffs as usual. And I should have known better. The Chargers are the Chargers. They're going to find some way to mess it up, and sure enough, they did. So let's go 9-8 there. They'll still make the playoffs, let's say, but barely. I feel like barely. So, yeah, we'll go with that. And then rounding it out is the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to be competitive. I think they're going to play pretty well, but I just don't. You know, Pete Carroll's back there with Geno Smith, who he's familiar with, and, you know, I think they made a lot of. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like they're not going to put it together. You know? It's the Raiders again, too. The Raiders are the Raiders. They find some way to mess it up. They're never going to be good. I don't know. Like, I don't think Geno Smith is an elite quarterback. No offense to him. But, yeah, I just don't think it's going to be it. It's not their year. Better luck next year. Let's say they go 7-10. So, for the AFC, the playoff teams will be Ravens, Steelers, Texans, Bills, Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, which I think were all the teams that made it last year. Crazy to pick again. But I don't know. None of the other teams, like the Bengals, that's the crazy call for me, is the Bengals not making the playoffs. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Something's going to happen. And they're going to miss it. Although you could easily swap the Bengals and the Steelers, and I wouldn't mind. So yeah, now we're going to go to the NFC. So that's the AFC. NFC North, again, we're starting off with a crazy division. Super competitive. I think the Lions win it again, though pretty handily. The big question is what's going to happen with them, because they lost both their offensive and defensive coordinators. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, Dan Campbell's not a good head coach. He just had good coordinators. But, like, if he was able to foster those coordinators, hire those coordinators, then what makes people think that he won't, like, recognize what he wants again to, like, achieve the goals he wants? I don't know. I feel like people are really selling him short. I had it queued up to say put them in first, but you did it anyway. Thank you. Yeah, I think they're going to be good again. Like, I don't think they're going to be as good as last year. Crazy. I think, like, but that's the big question, is if they have. Oh, you'll look at Johnson's chats. I actually saw the pop up. My bad, Gray. I am wifey. That's true. Yes, Gray. Dolphins do use pufferfish as drugs. Okay, I don't understand about 80% of what's coming out of your mouth, so I'm gonna be in and out. But don't worry, I'll pop in and give you my expertise. Okay. See, Gray. See, you even admitted you weren't gonna be here. because you don't know what I'm saying. But the Lions, yeah, they're. I feel like their peak might be behind them, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be good still. Like I think they're going to go, let's say 13-4. I think that's pretty good. Definitely playoffs. Definitely winning the division. Then we got kind of a toss up here. I think I'm going to go with the Packers. This is obviously after the big Micah Parsons trade with the Cowboys, which we'll get to for the Cowboys. Lions are fun creatures, yes, they are, and they will eat. They will eat a lot of the other competition. So I think the Packers defense is going to be insane. Jordan Love, I'm personally not super high on. I think he gets a little risky with some of his throws sometimes. I know that happened a couple years ago where he had a lot of turnovers. And I just feel like his play style was a little bit too gunslinger-y. He channels his inner Brett Favre. So I'm not super high on him, but I think the team is going to be really solid. Even so, let's say they go 10-7. Well, yeah, 10-7 sounds good. Then I think this is tough. This is probably one of the tougher divisions. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I like KOC as the head coach. I thought he did really well last year with Sam Darnold, where we'll get to Seattle with having Sam Darnold now, but I think KOC is a very smart head coach, and he knows what he wants from his players, so he was able to play around Sam Darnold really well and like make him have a really good year. So I think he will do similar things with J.J. McAbrams. Yes, I said that on purpose. I know his name is McCarthy, but I just like J.J. Abrams. So J.J. McAbrams, who I think he'll be able to do it. I think he is going to have a little bit. He's not a rookie, but he never played a snap in his rookie year, so he's basically a rookie. I think he's going to have a bit of growing pains, so might get off to a slow start, but I think they'll put it together, and their defense is really good. So I think they got potential. We might have 3 playoff teams from this division again, but we'll see. I haven't so far I haven't chose anyone to have the same record within the division. So screw it. Let's say they'll be 10-7 too, but they'll have a worse record in the conference for some reason and be a lower seed. 10-7, and then we got the Bears. So they got Ben Johnson from the Lions. They got the Lions coordinator, and he's their head coach now. Caleb Williams is coming into his second year. He had some good signs last year, but then the brakes really fell off after they lost to the Commanders, or the wheels fell off. So they're questionable how good they're going to be this year. I could still see them doing pretty well, putting some things together, but I still think they're going to miss the playoffs. This might be the best division in football this year. It has the potential to be. I think it's either that or the AFC West is going to be the most competitive, I think. Yeah. That I think they're going to be like these 2 divisions are going to be the best 2 divisions this year. But I think it's going to be the NFC North. So let's say they go 9-8 but still miss the playoffs. NFC South. Do we care about any of these teams really? Yes, we do. We care about the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers are going to easily win the division again. Baker Mayfield, I like him. He's a cool guy. I loved when he did the Italian taunting to the Giants last year and Tommy DeVito. That was awesome. I think they're again underrated, which is where you want Baker Mayfield to be. As soon as he gets put in like the spotlight and all the expectations on him, that's when he starts to crack. But I think they're kind of floating under the radar again this year, so I think that's exactly where you want them to be. I think they're going to do, let's say 10-7 there too. Let's say 10-7. They're going to be 10-7. I can't remember their running back name right now, but he's like primed to have a great year supposedly. So I think he'll do pretty good for him. Take some of the pressure off of Baker too. Okay, then honestly, I don't care about the rest of this division. So let's speed run them a little bit. Let's say next up we got the Falcons. They're going to go 7-10. Michael Penix Jr. is going to struggle a little bit in the beginning part of the season. I feel like they're going to put it back together in the back end, win some close games. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. Let's say 7-10. They're trending in the right direction though, and they'll have a good future with Penix Jr. Then let's do the Panthers. I think Bryce Young's going to have a good year, but I still don't think they're going to do super great. Let's say 7-10 for them. And yeah, I was looking at their roster today with a coworker, and I don't know like any of their people, especially on defense. Like I don't know who they got on defense. He was a Panther. My coworker's a Panthers fan. He told me they had statistically the highest, or they let up the most points in NFL history last year, but on a per game average, it was like the second or third worst because there are 17 games now. So I don't think they're going to make huge improvements there. I don't think they did if I still don't recognize many of the names on their defense looking at their roster. So I don't think they're going to do super good this year. Did I say 7-10 for them too? Sure. Yeah, I think so. Miss the playoffs, but Bryce Young will have a good year. I hope he has a good year. Then the Saints. The Saints are probably the worst team in the NFL. I think they're going to go 2-15. I don't know. They got Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck as their quarterbacks. I don't think that's really going to do anything for them. And like, I think they've started to right the salary cap issues that they have, but I still think it's going to be another year or two before they really start to recover. Okay. Then NFC West. This division is going to be a soup as well, like it was last year, where like three of the teams were in contention to win the division until like the last game of the season. I feel like it's going to be a soup again. I think I'm going to go with the 49ers. They had a down year last year, a lot of injuries that really took them out of the hunt, and that was unexpected. Like they were supposed to do way better than that. I think they get back to the playoffs this year. I don't think they're going to have as many injuries that affect them. Let's say they go 11-6. Let's say 11-6. That sounds about right. I think they make the playoffs. Yeah, that's all I really got for them. We'll see if Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. Well, we'll see if Christian McCaffrey's legs don't explode again. And then maybe Brock Purdy will actually have people to throw it to this year. Then, I don't know. We'll go with the Rams. Matthew Stafford knows how to play. He is playing week 1. I know there's questions about his back. And, yeah, they got good receivers. Their defense was actually pretty good. Like they were the only team that really challenged the Eagles in the postseason, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Yes, it was a snow game, but they're sneaky. They're always everyone's dark horse team. I don't know if I'm that high on them this year, but they could make a deep playoff run again. I don't know. Let's say they go 9-8. They're a bubble team. They might make the playoffs. They might not. Well, I guess not if I pick the Vikings, but whatever. Then I think we got the Seahawks. I'm not super high on Sam Darnold. Like I said, I think KOC in Minnesota last year knew how to use him and used them well, and then he still fell apart. They only lost to 2 teams last year. They lost to the Lions twice and the Rams twice, which was in back-to-back weeks both. It was a weird thing. I know you know this. But I don't know. I'm not super high on Sam Darnold. He got a contract, good for him. But I don't think he's the guy. He wanted a starting gig somewhere, and that wouldn't have been with the Vikings again because they have J.J. McAbrams. Yeah, let's say they go 6-11. Then we got the Cardinals. They just never seem to get on the right track. They never really put it together. I think they could have a good year. Like they're probably one of the teams that has the highest variances of how well they could do, in my opinion. But I don't believe in them much either. Kind of like some of the other divisions or other teams that I said before. Other quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, I don't think he's the guy. He's decent enough. He can win some games, but like he's not going to go in there and beat any of the tougher teams on his own, especially before Call of Duty releases for the year. Yeah. So that's the West. Next, we're going to do the East, the final division. So just quickly, Eagles still one of the best teams in the league, probably top five, probably top three if you think about it. So yeah, they. I think they win the division again, pretty easy. I'm gonna say they go 15-2. Shit, let's go crazy. They go 15-2 this year. Although I feel like they're gonna have, you know what, we're gonna change that. 15-2 is a little nuts. They're gonna go 13-4, okay, but they're gonna lose 3 games in a row in the middle of the season. And Eagles fans are gonna go nuts and call for Nick Sirianni's head again. But then they're gonna put it together back half the year, go back all the way to the Super Bowl. Okay, then we got the Commanders. Nothing crazy there. It's the commies. They did pretty well last year. Jane Daniels is going to have another good year. I don't think he's going to do as good as he did last year. I think they're going to take a slight step back. But I think they're still going to do pretty well. Let's say 10-6. No, let's go 9-8. Let's go 9-8. They're going to go 9-8 and might make the playoffs. Then I think we got the Giants. I'm going to go crazy here. I think we got the Giants. I think they are on the right path. I think both their coach and GM are both on the hot seat this year, so they could get fired if things don't go well. But I don't know. I got a weird feeling about them. I think they're going to be decent this year. Maybe not good. Definitely not make the playoffs. But they're going to have a couple surprising wins here and there. Let's say they go 7-10. Sounds fair. Okay, decent year, better than last year. And then we're going to put the Cowboys last. They're a mess. They traded Micah Parsons for no reason. I did not like that trade whatsoever. Because Jerry Jones is an idiot. And I think there's going to be some George Pickens drama because he got picked up from the Steelers and he's a diva. So I think that's going to cause some issues. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be doing great this year. Let's say they go 7-10 as well. Okay? Now, let's just do some power rankings, okay? So number 1, actually, I said they could be top 3. I think they're going to be number 1, Eagles. Boom. Then boom, Ravens, number 2. Might be the Super Bowl, might not, don't know. Then I'm going to go with the Chiefs 3 and Lions 4. Then Bills 5. Now we get into the let's start at the bottom now too. Nah, maybe not. I don't remember all what I said for some people. Let's go ahead and put Packers 6. Let's put oh man, maybe the Broncos 7. Texans 8. Huh. This is tougher than I imagined. Let's go. Commanders 9, Vikings 10. We'll go with Chargers 11, Steelers 12, Bengals 13. Actually, let's flip those, Steelers and Chargers, because I think I had one in the playoffs, one not. Or I guess they were both in the playoffs. I don't remember what I said. Who cares? Let's go Buccaneers 14. Who else we got? Any of these other teams decent? Let's go Rams 15. San Francisco 16. Oh man, we're getting down to the bottom of the barrel here. Sure, let's go Raiders 17, Bears 18, Patriots 19, Cardinals 20, Falcons 21, Panthers 22, Seahawks 23, Dolphins 24, Sure, let's put the Cowboys 25. I don't know if these are going to make sense with everything else that I said on the other slide, but sure. Then let's see. We'll go Colts, Jags. Oh, wait, I said the Giants would be better than the Cowboys. Screw it, let's do that then. We'll put the Cowboys up there. That's fine. Then we'll do Jets, Titans, Browns, Saints. That's it. Okay, that's all 32. Now, let's just quickly go over week 1. We're about 4 minutes over schedule from where I wanted to be, but that's okay. Week 1. Okay, here's our matchups. Jaws' predictions are right here. My predictions are right here. There's all the matchups. I did predict scores again. Yeah, there they all are. I got Jaws and I both have the Eagles. I got them up 33-15 against the Cowboys. We both got the Chiefs. 24-21 is my pick for the score. I think that's going to be a fairly close game. Bucks, Falcons. I got the Bucks. Jaws got the Falcons. 27-20 is the score I predict. Oh, I mean, not scroll. I have the Browns winning a weird one, week 1 against the Bengals. Bengals always get off to a slow start, so 21-20. Going to be a weird one. Dolphins beat the Colts 24-6. Jaws has the Colts. We both got the Raiders. I got them 17-14. I feel like that's going to be a pretty close game. Let's see. Saints, Cardinals. Jaws picked the Saints. That's a crazy one. I picked the Cardinals 35-3. I feel like they're going to come out swinging and beat the brakes off the Saints. Steelers, Jets. We both got the Steelers. I got Steelers 24-17, although I think they could lose that game because it's the Steelers. We both got the Commanders over the Giants. 28-22 is what I predicted. Panthers, Jags. I picked the Panthers. 21-16. Jaws picked the Jags. Titans, Broncos. We both picked the Broncos. I have 30-21. Seahawks, 49ers. I picked the 49ers. Jaws picked the Seahawks. 28-27. I feel like that's going to be a close game. Lions, Packers. This is one of the games to watch for sure, to keep an eye on. I feel like that's a big one for the division. I ultimately have the Packers winning. I feel like they're going to come out swinging week 1, 25-24, although I could see that going either way. Texans, Rams. That's another game. Could go either way. I picked the Texans. Jaws also picked the Texans. 28-27, going to be a close one. Then Ravens, Bills, also another primo game to watch. I have... Oh, look at that. Actually, this whole division fights each other. The whole NFC North is playing each other week 1. Crazy. But Ravens, Bills, I could see that going either way again. I think the Ravens are going to win 33-28. Jaws has the Bills. Vikings, Bears. Jaws and I both have the Vikings. I have them winning 24-13. So there you go. There's your week 1 matchups. That was my predictions for the whole year. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like that long. And I'll definitely be doing predictions every week with Jaws. So yeah.